aim of this brief presentation is to share with you, our parents, a few of the things that we have been working on here at Sonlight Heritage Academy as we begin the new school year in this unprecedented time. We want to welcome you to this presentation. Thank you for choosing to again partner with Sonlight Heritage Academy in the important task of educating your child. Of course, we live in very unprecedented times, and here at Sonlight, we've renewed our dedication to continue to producing young men and women through our motto, education, guided by the Word of God and encouraging the spirit of excellence. Dr. Barbara Oliver, her guiding text for education was always Psalm 32, verse 8, which says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. This is God's words. I will counsel you, or I will guide you with my eye upon you. And so we know that God is with us. He has been with us. We've seen the fruits of both the labor of us as teachers, administrators, the labor of you as parents, and of course the students in accomplishing their goals and dreams, but also becoming holistically better men and women for society and young men and women for God. I just want to share with you through our meeting outline briefly a few things, three main topics as we begin this school year together. We'll talk about a few COVID-19 updates, so the statistics for COVID-19 cases in South Carolina briefly. We'll talk about our virtual learning and what that will look like for this year. We'll talk about e-book purchases and what the cost will be for that, and how here at Sonlight we're working to subsidize that cost for you as parents. What tuition will be for this year, and also the SHA program, a new initiative from Sonlight that is geared towards tutoring or after-school tutoring. So we'll start there, and then we'll look at our upcoming dates with our academic calendar, and then we'll talk a bit about the Google site that we've put together and how we're integrating that with Google Classroom to encourage total parent involvement through these platforms. So let's start first with the South Carolina COVID-19 statistics. There are a few things that I just wanted to share with you. I'm sure that you've been watching the news and kind of keeping abreast to what's going on with the cases, but just here at Sonlight, we also want to make sure that you're up to date and current with the numbers in South Carolina. So let's begin there. A few days ago, this was on, I believe, the 29th of August, the reports came out for the number of new cases. And in South Carolina, we've had on Sunday, not the 29th, but on the 30th, they reported 1,019 new cases of the virus, down from 1,250 Saturday, which broke a 13-day streak, during which fewer than 1,000 new daily cases were reported. So we suspect what's happening here is that as students are going back to school, as testing is increasing for students and staff, the numbers are going back up, and the numbers most likely will continue to go back up as we begin the school year and as public and other private schools start meeting in person again for instruction. So just want to keep that in mind. Here at Sonlight, we're committed to continuing with our excellence in our education and instruction. We also desire to keep our students safe. And so we've decided, especially for this fall semester, as we await a vaccine that has not yet come out as yet. I think they're going into the third stage of trials as relates to testing the strength of the vaccine they've been working on, but we want to keep our staff, our administration, our parents, our students safe, and so we'll be doing virtual instruction. Just want to share with you those numbers, but also want to share with you by way of encouragement a few things that you can do to encourage your child, to encourage students to continue on with excellence. There are just 10 tips that I want to share with you quickly. I'll go over the heading. As you can see here, this is childrenandscreens.com, and we can share this link with you. But first of all, I think it's important to note that even though we will be learning digitally, we'll be doing virtual learning, it's important that you limit your child's cell phone and tablet use until their schoolwork is done satisfactorily. So after they've finished the day of instruction, I think it's important to encourage them to limit their distractions until their schoolwork is done. Um, Thirdly, I want to encourage you to monitor the computer monitor. All right. Know what your child is doing as it relates to work on the screen. I know that sometimes when students get distracted, then they may go from the screen that they're working on to games or to YouTube videos or connect to social media. So it's very important that you stay involved in your parents' learning and observe right, what they're doing. Number four, digital recess. I think it's very important that they take plenty of breaks in order to get physical activity. And last year, we encouraged our students to do each Thursday a physical education challenge video showing them being active. So we'll continue that as well this year. We also encourage FaceTime. There are loved ones that may not be living directly with you, and because you're probably not able as a family to visit your grandparents or to visit your loved ones who may be in a different state per se. We encourage FaceTime so kids can still stay engaged and still have interaction with their friends and family members, right? Of course, screen time is a big issue because we've realized and studies have shown, right, their adverse impacts on young brains when these children overuse their screens. And so we encourage to keep it old school. We encourage print and book reading, right? So not just reading on the screen, but also having a physical book in front of them for reading. We're aiming to, yes, have textbooks that they can work with, but those books will be encouraging them to get from the library for their reading. We have ebooks that we'll be using for our instruction, but we encourage you to encourage your children, right, to stimulate their self-expression by creative writing and imaginative storytelling, but also reading a physical book as well. I just remember we're all in this together. You are not alone as a parent or as parents on this journey. Checking with other parents. And so we'll be encouraging you to connect with the other parents here at Sonlight. We have a very small school that puts out excellent students, but we also want our parents to stay connected. So you can probably share some tips that work in your home as it relates to keeping your kids engaged, but keeping them excited as well about learning. We'll be giving out lesson plans. And so we encourage you to plan your work and work your plan, right? So the kids can see that not only are they engaged in their studies, but you're also engaged in their studies as well, right? Being home is not a vacation. There are still things, assignments, grades, requirements, tests, SAT practicing that they'll still need to do while they're home. And we'll definitely encourage them to be excellent throughout their studies. And then number 10, don't forget to have fun. Right, this is an unprecedented time, yes, but it can also be a time for closer family interactions, right? You're organizing tournaments or family card games or charades or chess. Go outside for a walk together or a hike together or spend some time together so that they can recognize that this can still be fun even though we have certain restrictions due to the health concerns. Right, so those are just some of the things we wanted to share with you regarding COVID-19, just to encourage you as parents that we are in this together and that you can do this as we do it together, right? As it relates to virtual learning, those are the things we just shared with you. The ebook purchases, I just want to share with you a quick quote for one of the grade levels. This does not include any Bible textbooks or vocabulary or spelling books because we already have all programs for that. But this includes the core subject books. So for example, this is an 8th grade quote for ebooks for the student. It covers all the other subjects, and the total here is about $668. Right, this is the quote for all the grade levels, but at Sonlight, what we desire to do is we desire to pay a certain amount of the cost for the books and have the parents pay the other cost, right? We're aiming for it to be about 50-50 or somewhere in that range. And so we're praying, we're working on getting different grants to minimize the cost for the parents. But we also want to be very transparent with you that this is the cost for books. And if we are not able to secure funds that can cover half the cost of the books, then the full responsibility will be for the parents. Now, because Sonlight is a member school of the South Carolina Association of Christian Schools, we do have a delayed payment process. And we can also set up installments for repaying BJU Press, Bob Jones University Press, for the cost of the books. So we will be able to have the books in time for the beginning of the school year. But we also want to encourage parents to recognize that there is this financial responsibility for that cost. So that's the ebook purchases. As it relates to tuition, if you go to Google and you look up Sonlight Heritage Academy, if you just Google Sonlight Heritage Academy, what will come up is a list of updated information about the school. And we encourage parents to feel free to leave a review of the school here as well. Reviews definitely help as it relates to parents looking at schools for their students. We have 7 Google reviews thus far. There's one from me, one here from Miss Tash. Her twins graduated from Sonlight last year, and they completed their first year at Howard University doing computer engineering, and they thoroughly enjoyed and appreciated the time they spent at Sonlight. And the other parents here that have shared their views, and even students. So feel free to stop by and share a review of the school here on our page. As you can see, we have a 4.7 rating on Google search out of 5 stars. And so we're thankful for the impact we've been having on our students. But what I want to share with you here as it relates to tuition costs, when a parent looks up Sonlight and they go to products, what they'll see is that our tuition ranges from $300 to $560. Now 300 is for 6th grade, kindergarten to 6th grade. From 7 to 12, it's 400. And for aftercare, it's 160. Now, we don't have aftercare because we're doing virtual learning, but what we do have is the SHA program. And we'll talk a bit more about what the SHA program is. And that will be $160 a month. I'll tell you more about that program here. So tuition, as you can see, is $300 for from kindergarten to 6th grade, and $4 from 7th grade to 12th grade. So that really has not changed. What is an exciting update is the SHARE program. And let me tell you a little bit more about what that is. The SHARE program is the Sonlight Heritage Academy Promise and Empowerment Program. So SHA PE is an after-school initiative that aims to get students off to a solid start to the school year. Right, so COVID-19 does not have to impede the level at which you learn and grow, the level at which your student, your kid learns and grows. So we want to encourage all our parents to make use of that. And if that's the case, let us know. If you go to the Resources Institute's website, you'll be able to sign up for that program, and we'll give you some more details about that. Okay, hopefully you're keeping up with the updates that we're giving you here. We're almost through, but I just wanted to share with you a little bit about our academic calendar. So I'm going to share with you here another screen so you can see the Word document that we're preparing for our calendar. Now it's very similar to the calendars we've had in the past, and we'll send this out to you, but what I want to for you to pay close attention to is the deadlines for the tuition fees. Now tuition, because we have different payment plans for different parents, tuition is due at the beginning of the month, but after the 25th, which this September, but after the last Friday of each month, there'll be a late fee of $30. And we're doing that because we are a tuition-based institution. And for that reason, we don't want to have any monthly tuition payments going over to the next month. And so we definitely encourage our parents to plan with that in mind, right? And so you'll see when interim reports are due, when the end of the first marking period will be, and we'll definitely keep you abreast as to different school closings and different activities. Because we're doing virtual learning this year, we also encourage you to take advantage of the different field trips that we'll be sharing with you. That information we won't be able to go with you, but we encourage you to take your kids to these field trips. I'm speaking specifically of the South Carolina State Fair. This year, the State Fair will be a drive-through event. So you'll be driving through the State Fair, and that promises to be an exciting event. It will be safe and healthy for you and your family as you drive through the State Fair. It's just to be an enjoyable experience for you and your family. But also in the spring, the zoo typically has free Fridays for the months of January and February for families to visit. And so just want to encourage you to take note of that as well. For parents specifically, there will be career days, virtual career days set up. And so we want to encourage parents to volunteer for that as well, in presenting to the students at Sonlight your career, how you got there, how you like it, what's a day in the life in your career, and encouraging them as well to accomplish great things with their lives, having seen someone who looks like them accomplishing great things as well. And that's you, our parents. So just wanted to share with you those updates for the calendar. And finally, I wanted to share with you our Google site and Google Classroom integration program. This is a total parent involvement platform. We have worked on putting together a Google site that connects with our Google Classroom. And so for that reason, what we will be doing is, as we work on sharing with our students and working with our students through Google Classroom, we also would like for our parents to be able to see the assignments in real time. So this is our Google site. When you go to the home page, you'll see here a few tabs. Again, you'll see a tab for the different reviews that parents and students have left. Encourage you as well to leave a review also. But when you go to the services tab, you'll see the classroom tab, and there is where you'll see your child's homework. Okay. Now again, this is a precursor to the meeting that we'll have with you all, but just wanted you to have an idea of what we're working on here at Sonlight. You have the homepage, the About Us page talks about the school and the institute, different services, different news items. And so if you want to get the latest news about the school, you can go here. And also if you'd like to contact us for any reason, you can't reach me by phone, you can reach me by email here or contact form, right? So you can be able to reach us at any time. So when you do a Google search for Sonlight Heritage Academy, please hit the subscribe button that you can receive regular updates from Sonlight Heritage Academy. Let me give an idea of what that looks like. Hit subscribe, you see the bell. Once you click for the options, it could be personalized or all. Click for all and you will get all notifications. Thank you very much, and we look forward to sharing with you updates from the school through our YouTube page. So that is what we want to share with you briefly in this opening meeting. We do hope that you're excited for the new school year, and we will be definitely encouraging you to stay involved in your child's education and their daily progress, so that no one will be left behind, and so that we can all move forward together as we encourage the spirit of excellence, as we encourage excellence in education, guided by the Word of God. And so thank you for spending this time with us. Look forward to speaking with you again very soon. We do recognize the challenge of meeting together as parents and administration because of the varied schedules. And so I wanted to do this video so that just in case we don't meet together as one, you'll still be abreast as to what's going on with the school as we move forward in this school year. So thank you again for your time, and God bless you.